Hello and welcome to San Antonio. Hello everybody, I'm Bob Steele. With me is Rod West. Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on the Sega Sports Network. Without any hesitation, let's go courtside for the player introductions.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, could I please draw your attention courtside for the starting lineups. At the guard position, Mark Jackson. At the other guard position, Reggie Miller. At the forward position, Jalen Rose. Also at forward, Dale Davis. At center, Rick Smith. Head coach of the Indiana Pacers, Larry Bird. And now the starting lineup for your San Antonio Spurs. At guard, in his 12th season, out of Southern University, in 5'11", Avery Johnson. At the other guard position, in his 10th season, out of AIC, in 6'5", Mario. Arizona, standing 6'8". Sean Elliott. At the other forward position, in his third year, out of Wake Forest, standing 7'1". Tim Duncan. At center, in his 11th year, from the United States Naval Academy in Annapolis, Maryland, standing 7'1".
The Pacers get the first possession of the ball game. Jackson gets inside. Miller. Davis. It's rejected. Duncan is hit with his first personal. Davis sinks it and puts them in the lead. Perfect from the line on this trip. Johnson controls the dribble. Robinson. Powering in. Ellie takes the shot.
He's just not big enough to compete against the size of the offense. If you're a coach, how long do you let a mismatch like that go on?
Yeah, you got to put somebody in there with some bulk on it. It's the only way to put the brakes on the big guy. He's a freight train going downhill right now. Duncan. Elliott.
The D made him take a tough shot. No hoop, no 2 points.
Terrific execution by the defense, Rod. Boy, that pass was nowhere close, and it bounces off the court. Robinson throws it in. They throw it cross court. Duncan, outside jumper.
That's not the shot we wanted.
Johnson.
Right there is exactly how you want to defend a three. Contain him, force him into a weak shot, maybe get a couple of fingers in there for good measure.
Miller squares up.
Good for two.
High arcers good from 21 feet.
Too easy.
Johnson gets the play from the bench. Lets it go.
Be smarter about though.
Jackson.
Take care of the ball.
The Pacers keep moving the ball.
You got him. You got him. Take him.
Miller. Robinson tosses it. Johnson from beyond the arc.
Let's get a better look.
Duncan, the dribble drive.
Fight for position underneath. Offense.
They pass it out left. Rejected. Rose puts it up.
That's a real height advantage he has over his defender. When he extends his arm out, he's halfway to the hoop.
That's a long reach there, Rod. That defender's going to need a cherry picker to throw up a decent block.
Fight for position underneath.
Smits gives up the ball. Rose pounds it in the paint. To the rack.
Basket's good.
He's got 4 points. Johnson has a good handle on the ball.
Switch man, switch man.
Elliott spots up.
A vet like that is something of a throwback in the way that he plays. He's picked up a lot of good habits over the years, and you can see him out there.
Jackson hammers it underneath. The mid-range shot.
Great job.
Davis thunders it through.
You gotta keep him out of the paint.
The Spurs are looking to make up some ground with a bucket here. They trail 12-7. They now trail it by 5. Jackson is big inside. Duncan passes it.
Switch it up.
Johnson denied. Smith draws his first. Rose will sit on the bench. Smits inbounds the ball. They move it left side. Mullen unloads. Duncan, that's his second whistle of the night. Duncan will sit down. He gets them both. Robinson tosses it in. And a reach-in is called.
He wanted to steal, but instead ended up getting a piece of his arm, and that doesn't count.
Admiral brings it in. Elliott puts the ball back up and in. Best sets up the offense with the drop step. Admiral picks up his first personal. Best gets the first of 2. Count it, and look at the discrepancy of free throw attempts, Rod.
And that, my friend, is why they are winning this basketball game. When you give an NBA team that many trips to the line, it's just like giving them points.
They've got the fast break. Mullen stays with the dribble. Moves strong to the basket. Walker tosses it. Johnson lets it go.
He's smarter about though.
Miller holds onto it. Fires. That's out of bounds. That's their second turnover of the game. Walker throws it in. Elliott from underneath. Get that out of here. Miller releases. Elliott draws his first whistle of the night. Mullen gets the first to fall. He gets it, and they're out shooting them from the line, Rod.
And that's why they're up right now.
Walker tosses it in. Elliott inside. Smith picks up his second personal. Is coming in, and I think that's a smart choice. He gives you the outside shot and the penetration.
In turn, Bob, the outside shot frees up the big man in the low blocks. I think this will give them a real balanced attack on offense.
Foster has come into the game. Rozier. Admiral passes the ball. Johnson shoots.
Boy, the defense lost that battle underneath. There is a big-time strength difference there.
They kick it out. It's out of bounds.
Pacers ball.
Mullen inbounds the ball. Miller pulls up.
A personal foul like that can cause some real headaches later on. Look for the substitution soon.
Herb comes into the lineup. Two for two on this trip. Walker tosses it in. Elliott takes the shot.
Follow through.
Foster passes the ball. Rozier blocked. The Spurs are down but have the ball. The score 20-14. Rozier tosses the ball. Foster posts up.
Nice inside shot. That's what they've got to do.
Walker. Herb. Drain the fadeaway. Jackson at the controls. He's at midcourt. Admiral passes it.
Got him.
He stepped up and is really having a good shooting game. They pass it right side. Rozier.
2 minutes.
The Pacers can't seem to penetrate this defense. They're all over them. Robinson passes. The Spurs keep that ball moving. Great passing out there. Miller setting up. Sees the three.
The thing that's allowing him to score here, Bobby, his size. He can see clearly over the defender, and consequently, he's getting good looks at the basket.
Rozier dishes the ball. Fires.
Now that was a textbook example of how the fadeaway shot can seal the deal. It's hard to defend, Bob.
Tough to execute properly, Rod, but worth the trouble. Rozier laid it in. And they now lead by 8. Johnson keeps the ball and waits for the right time.
Be smarter about it, though.
Mullen passes.
Switch.
That's the team high so far.
Hey, where are you? We need you.
Johnson waits for the right time.
No, that's not what I want.
Jackson gives it up. Mullen.
Pick him up.
Robinson passes the ball. Elliott.
Not to lose, not to lose.
Yet another rebound. In case you've lost count, you can see his total right there.
He just knows exactly where to be. It's like he can see into the future and know which way the ball is going to come off the rim. Spooky.
Come on, defense.
And they now lead by 12. They pass it inside. Walker stuffs it down. Jackson tosses the ball. Miller. Foster from mid-range. Rozier. That's the horn, and at the end of the first quarter play, it's 33-23. Rozier leads the floor. Robinson brings it in. Ellie.
No, that's not what I want.
Duncan accelerates.
He may not be the flashy guy that he was as a rookie, but he's definitely become a veteran who can still post some big numbers, Bob.
I think he's mellowed out a little bit. It's probably made him a better player. He's more relaxed. Now he's outthinking his opponents. Smits throws it in. Miller connects with the jump shot.
Basket's good.
Duncan.
We need you.
The ball's
Better get
loose.
back on D.
Oh, nice steal. Davis No!
Come on, defense, let's do this.
Get out of the way!
He doesn't have the size to be effective on the inside, Bob. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, you have to wonder how long is it going to be before they make a lineup change.
Solid screen.
Jackson becomes big inside. Rose pounds it in the paint.
Rose, quick.
2 points.
That was the old Ole defense. Defense just let him go by for 2.
Didn't close it down fast enough inside. Easy bucket. Elliott dropped in the layup.
Good job, offense. Good job,
The
offense.
Pacers have the lead in the ball. The score, 37
Mark
to
Jackson.
30.
Shot.
Jackson
Believe in
sinks the
yourselves.
3-ball.
Believe in yourselves.
There it is. Back down. Smits passes. Duncan guards the ball handler.
He's just too short to be matching up with him, Bob. He's going to have to get some help, and if he's not going to get the help, he better get a step ladder.
Yeah, better be an NBA-approved step ladder, Rod, or I'm sure they'll get the foul.
No. That's
They
not
pop it outside. It hit every part of the rim and went down. Jackson stands back and calls the play. Moves strong to the basket. They swing it left side.
Yo, back.
Rose.
Jalen
Unbelievable. He nails another one.
He's got the hot hand. Give him the rock. Watch him score. Simple as
Hey,
that.
what was that? Start playing some D.
Johnson tosses it. Ellie. Good shot. They're down double figures. Jackson just across midcourt, working the offense. It's blocked.
He's got a pair of octopus tentacles on his shoulders right there, and it's almost impossible for somebody to get that shot to fall. That's great defense right there.
They cut into the deficit and now trail it by 8. Davis gets inside. From inside. Duncan passes it. Davis, 0 touch as he missed it hard off the glass.
He's a marksman with that outside jumper, Bob. You can't give him a clear target like that.
Yeah, you've got to watch him like a hawk, Rod. Jackson spots up.
Basket is good.
Little floaters in.
I got you, man.
Johnson showing nice patience. Kelly on the penetration. Miller getting ready to run the play.
Open inside.
Can't hit.
Bring it back to the board, team.
And that's a reach in.
Went for the ball, got off. Easy call for the ref.
Robinson inbounds the ball.
Be smarter about those.
The Spurs are trying to set up the shot they want.
Oh, he's tall, but he looks even taller when compared to the man who just, tried to guard him. They need a bigger guy to face him.
Rob, that shot will happen all game unless they switch someone bigger on him. Miller, dribble drive into lane, he drops it through. Johnson gives up the ball.
Cut.
That's their 5th turnover so far.
Pacers
Miller
ball.
brings it in. They thread it inside. Elliott is hit with his first personal.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Miller gets the first free throw. It's good, and as you can see, the number of trips to the line tell the story here.
Yeah, Bob, it's hard to be on top when you've given the other team that many free throws.
Duncan tosses it in. Smits went up on the glass and hauled down the defensive rebound. That's his 4th of the game. Rose rips it through. It's a double-digit lead. They're now up to 10. Duncan lets it go.
Hey, we're not here to
There's the whistle, and it's out of
pick it
bounds.
up.
Spurs ball.
Duncan inbounds the ball. The Spurs are maybe being a little too patient with the ball.
Another one bites the dust there, my friend. He doesn't have his step, his timing, or his release working at this point,
Jalen
Bob.
Rose.
That's his 5th rebound so far. A significant advantage. They're leading by 12. They pass it cross court.
Take it.
Elliott can't connect. Miller puts it up.
Get up.
Davis. He has 6 points in the game.
Good for 2.
The Spurs with possession but are down 57 to 43.
Second personal. Second team foul.
Admiral brings it in. He has 9.
The basket is
Jackson at the controls. He's setting up the offense with the drop step. He now has a total of 7 points.
Mark Jackson.
Johnson dishes the ball. That pass was off the mark and it rolls out of bounds.
Pacers ball.
Rose throws it in. They swing it out left wing. That's it. This lead is growing even more, Rod.
It sure is, and they're dominating both sides of the court right now.
Johnson still working on his man.
Hey.
Ellie crashes the glass and puts it in.
Good for 2.
Miller has the ball and sets up the offense. Can't find his range. Johnson squares up. Admiral. Here he comes! Jackson passes the ball.
Don't turn it over.
Rose from the low post. We'll get the whistle and it's called out of bounds.
Spurs.
Duncan tosses it in. Robinson from deep. Davis tosses it. Rose hammers it underneath. That's his 15th point of the game. Johnson tosses the ball. Elliott. Swish. Jackson just across midcourt working the offense. He has 9.
Sean Elliott.
Johnson gives it up. And it's out of bounds. Mullen comes into the ball game.
Pacers
Admiral
substitution.
brings it in.
Spurs.
Elliott, short range. He's got 4 points.
2 points.
Jackson stands back and calls the play.
Go D, go D.
Mully. He now has 10. The clock is at 55. Duncan. He has 6 points in the game. They swing it out left. Mully is big inside.
The basket.
Unloads.
You know why he made that shot, Bob? He's just too big for his man. The defense is having real problems keeping him out of the paint.
Well, it looks like they've learned, unfortunately, that size does matter. We'll get the whistle, and it's called out of bounds. Mullen inbounds the ball. Smits passes it. Mullen. He has 6 points in the game.
Chris Mullen.
Just 21 seconds remaining.
Oh, yeah,
It's
baby.
stolen. Jackson in the lane.
Is good.
He's got 11 points. Just 11 seconds remaining. It's out of bounds.
Pacers ball.
Smits brings it in. Miller releases. There's the whistle, and it's out of bounds.
Spurs.
Elliott tosses it in. There's the buzzer. At the end of the first half of play, it's 73 to 53. We're going to take a quick break for halftime, but before we go, let's take a quick look at some of the halftime stats and see how they stack up. Mully leaves the floor. Admiral throws it in. The Spurs have the ball but are down 73-53. Rose passes. Crozier shoots. That's his 8th point of the game. Johnson at the controls. He's at midcourt. Rose draws his first whistle of the night.
Team foul.
Robinson can't get the first to fall. He drains the second. Smits inbounds the ball. Miller in the paint. He snags the board and he leads the team in rebounds.
Great positioning. He knows just where to be for the board.
Rose is hit with his second personal.
He picks up his second personal. Second team foul.
Duncan makes the first free throw. He'll get one more. Watch out!
That little fadeaway probably made the difference on that shot. Just dropping back an inch or two took the defender completely out of the picture.
Now, those are the tricks of the trade, and he's the master craftsman. They widen the margin and now lead by 20.
Mark Jackson.
The Spurs are a little frustrated. They're looking for just the right shot. Elliott.
Hey, run the offense.
Ellie. Medium range. Duncan steps on the line. That's their 10th turnover. Crozier brings it in. That's out of bounds.
Spurs.
Elliott tosses it in. Johnson stays with the dribble. They're racing it back. Rose gives up the ball. They throw the ball out of bounds, turn it over.
Spurs ball.
Robinson inbounds the ball. Ellie, he puts the ball back up and in.
Good for 2.
Jackson setting up. Dishes the ball.
That's what to do, D. Now convert.
Elliott passes the ball. Johnson tosses the ball.
Switch it up.
Miller keeps the ball and waits for the right time. It's out of bounds. That's their 8th turnover of the ball game.
Spurs.
Duncan throws it in. Johnson holds onto it. Elliott lets it go. He now has a total of 14 points. Jackson getting ready to run the play. Miller slams it home. And they're now leading it by 18. The Spurs have an opportunity to pull it closer, but they're down 79-64. Elliott rails it in from beyond the arc. Rose puts it up. Robinson tosses it. Miller picks up his first personal.
Look at there, Bobby. Nice speed inside. Managed to thread the needle with that pass, getting the ball to the man for the easy deuce.
Duncan adds one more. Crozier brings it in. Jackson posts up.
Got him.
They swing it out on the right wing. Great shot, and these guys are putting on a clinic. As you can see, they're really shooting well.
Bob, they are just on tonight.
defense.
Simple as that.
Ellie fires. Robinson grabs the board and puts it back in. They cut into the lead, but they're still down large. They pass it left side. Get out of here.
Now convert.
Robinson passes. Elliott. He now has a total of 14 points. They move it left side. We'll get the whistle, and it's called out of bounds.
Pacers ball.
Miller throws it in. The Pacers are really working the pass.
Austin Crozier.
Robinson. Elliott, the long two. They pass it outside.
Big-time play right there. They've got a guy wide open for the tray, and all you got to do is get the rock in his hands.
Miller unloads. Elliott gives it up. Charging in. Ellie with the flush. Jackson sets up the offense. He's got 19 for the game.
Good for 2.
Miller draws his second whistle of the night.
He picks up his second personal, fourth team foul.
Robinson tosses it in. Elliott. Smits passes it. Rose. Elliott is hit with his second personal. Rose makes the first. He makes both free throws. Duncan inbounds the ball. Johnson gets the play from the bench.
Bob, now that we're over the limit, I'll bet they'll really take it to the defense. If they can draw the foul, they can really rack up some points from the stripe.
Johnson makes the first free throw. He'll get one more. He converts both free throws. Smits brings it in. They swing it out left. Miller from long range.
All systems are go with this guy here. If I'm the coach, I just ride that hot streak all game long.
The Spurs with the ball and are trailing 89 to 81. Ellie nailed the fadeaway. They're trying to keep it in single digits. They're down only 8. There's a charge. The defender clearly had position.
Great job by the D to block his path, get his feet set, and draw the charge.
Elliott throws it in. Duncan squares up. Falling away, it's in. Jackson at the controls. He's setting up the offense. They're running right down the court.
There's a battle going on inside Bob, and this guy is losing it.
Davis is now on the floor.
Pacers substitution.
Jackson just across midcourt, working the offense. Duncan tosses the ball. Loose ball. Elliott, the medium range shot. Great shot. This team is not going quietly. They're really fighting back here.
They're fighting back like a pack of junkyard dogs. Fiery, mean. These guys just won't give up.
Miller, you can book it. The 17-footer's in. It's a 2-possession ball game. They lead it by 4. Duncan tosses it in. Admiral. Ellie, no post. He gets it to fall, and wow, look at how close these two scorers are. They are really battling it out.
These are two very competitive people here, and right now they are showing all of it to us.
Miller flips it up and in.
The basket is good.
Johnson showing nice patience. Elliott. And it's out of bounds. That's their 12th turnover so far. Davis throws it in.
Pacers ball.
The Pacers are having trouble penetrating the defense. Duncan gives it up. Davis puts a body on the ball handler. Smits passes the ball. And they throw it away. That's their 11th of the game.
Spurs.
Robinson brings it in. Johnson has the ball and sets up the offense.
Be smarter about it, though.
Jackson. Smits dishes the ball.
Great job.
Davis
Did you see how he exploited that hole in the inside? Killer court vision.
Yeah, Rod, once he finds a hole like that, it's 2 points guaranteed. Johnson moves to the hoop. Duncan, they push it up the court. Smits tosses the ball. He's got 25 points.
The basket is good.
Elliott. Admiral pulls up.
He's got to start draining those outside Jays, especially when he's open like that.
They're looking to run the court. The Spurs with the basketball, but they trail it 97 to 89. It's hit loose. It's sent away. Duncan jams it through. They're back within striking distance. They're down only half a dozen. Miller. Duncan passes. Elliott, he's got 18 points. They hammer it inside. Elliott tosses it. Johnson. Duncan releases. Scores in the paint. Miller stands back and calls the play. That's the end of the quarter, and at the end of 3, it's 97 to 95. Here's the graphic with the scoring breakdown, Rod.
Well, pretty even overall for the scoring. It's who takes control here in the fourth quarter is who's going to come away with the win.
Smits inbounds the ball. Miller hits the jumper.
Reggie Miller.
Johnson gives up the ball. Ellie. He gets a default, and he adds to his total.
Bob, you see how his points stack up to his teammates.
Davis gets inside. Rose with the triple. Clanged it off, iron and out.
Work it.
Uh-oh! He has 20 points in the game.
Basket is good.
Jackson gets the play from the bench. Miller, Johnson picks up his second personal. Miller completes a three-point play. Robinson throws it in. There's the whistle, and it's out of bounds.
Spurs.
Admiral brings it in. Takes the shot. Hits underneath. He's pulled 12 boards so far. Miller. Johnson contests the ball.
Take it to the rim.
Miller. He gets the rebound, and he's the team leader.
Way to battle up on the boards.
See the ball.
Ellie. The Pacers with the ball and the lead. 102 to 101. Ellie picks up his third personal.
He's got the hot hand. If you're smart, you'll keep feeding him the ball.
Smits connects on the three-point opportunity. Duncan tosses it in. Johnson has a good handle on the ball. Jackson. Don't bring that in here. Robinson, that's his second whistle of the night.
Third team foul.
Davis gets the first free throw. He gets it. And Rod, check out the number of trips to the line.
That's the reason they're winning this basketball game right here. You can't give any team that many opportunities. They will exploit it every time.
They narrow the margin and now trail it by 4. Jackson getting ready to run the play. Rose stepped out of bounds. Elliott throws it in. Johnson sets up the offense. Jackson picks up his fourth personal.
First team foul.
Elliott inbounds the ball. Knocked loose. Stolen.
Baby.
Miller right through from the top of the key. Johnson controls the dribble. It's out of bounds. They're up to 14 turnovers so far in the game. Smits brings it in.
Pacers ball.
Jackson setting up. Becomes big inside. Admiral tosses the ball. They pass it outright. Johnson drives. He now has 10. Rose at the controls. He's at midcourt. From medium range. It's the easy 2. And they're now leading it by 6. Johnson gets the play from the bench. Ellie.
Get position.
Rose dishes the ball. Davis shoots. He has 16.
Too easy. Too
Duncan.
easy.
Elliott passes the ball. It's denied.
When you're playing aggressive on defense and you're playing smart, you'll make crushing blocks just like that. I haven't seen a rejection that cold since my senior prom, Bob.
Rose steps out of bounds. Robinson throws it in. Johnson just across midcourt working the offense.
Follow through. Follow through.
Smits tosses it. That's a bad pass, and they turn the ball over.
Spurs ball.
Elliott inbounds the ball.
Quick, move your feet, move your feet.
Ellie lets it go. Jackson.
I got him, I got him.
Miller spots up.
Give it up, give it up.
Duncan passes it. The Spurs continue passing it around.
He nailed that jumper even with the defender draped over him like a cheap suit. Good concentration.
Jackson pounds it in the paint.
Good.
Rose.
You can't defend a J when you're 4 feet away, Bob. You gotta close in on your man.
The Spurs with the ball in the lead. 115 to 109. Ellie sinks the... Miller. Rose hammers it underneath. Big time block. Johnson. It's swatted away. Smits gives it up. Miller along 2. It's good, and look at this shooter comparison.
The guy with the most points, hey, his team is winning. Simple as that.
Johnson drives to the basket. And it's out of bounds.
Substitution.
Davis is pulled out of the game.
Spurs
Robinson
ball.
tosses it in. Elliott takes the shot. Admiral close in. Duncan rejected. Crozier passes.
Give it up, give it
Mully
up.
underneath with the finger
Basket is
roll.
good.
Johnson getting ready to run the play. Accelerates. He's got 12 for the game. Jackson has the ball and sets up the offense. Crozier with the drop step.
Big stop down low. Nice
Duncan
job.
tosses the ball. We'll get the whistle, and it's called out of bounds.
Pacers ball.
Crozier brings it in. Pulls up. Admiral gives it up. Unloads.
Boy, Bob, he's really off right now. He just can't get anything to fall for him.
They've got numbers.
Good defense.
Duncan passes the ball. Miller is hit with his 3rd whistle of the
That's
night.
his 3rd personal. Second team foul.
Admiral converts a 3-point play. Crozier inbounds the ball. Mullen shoots. We see the Sega player of the game here, and I must say, I was very impressed with his rebounding. He got the short rebounds, the long ones, offensive, defensive, you name it. He was all over the place.
He essentially got the award for hustle. Big-time player, that guy right there.
They're now leading it by 7. He dishes it. Crozier nailed the 16-footer.
Good for 2.
139. Incoming!
The basket's good.
Jackson at the controls. He's setting up the offense. He gets another basket, and he's on fire, Rod.
He sure is, Bob. You got to keep getting the hot guy the rock. That's what you need to do to keep winning.
Fired it out of bounds, and they'll head the other way. Smits throws it in. The Pacers have the ball and are leading it 125 to 116. They thread it underneath. Mullen is big inside. It's good, and they've been out shooting their opposition pretty handily.
They've got the rhythm, Bob, and they are just playing confident, and the shots are falling for them.
Take it to the rack.
Jackson.
1-on-1, take it.
He dumps it off. Duncan gives up the ball.
He's yours.
Johnson. Smits is hit with his third personal.
2 minutes out of the period. That's his third personal, third team foul.
Admiral gets the three-point play. Crozier tosses it in. Miller squares up. That's out of bounds.
Spurs.
Elliott brings it in. The clock reads 46. Duncan moves strong to the basket. Knocked away.
We can get something better. Patience.
Smart foul. They had to do something to stop the clock.
First foul in the final 2 minutes of the period. That's his
Smits
third
inbounds the ball.
Fourth team foul.
We'll get the whistle, and it's called out of bounds.
Pacers ball.
Crozier tosses it in.
Second team
A team foul like that puts the other team in the bonus round. Let's see if they can profit from it.
He picks up his fourth personal foul. Penalty.
Crozier gets the first of 2. Two for 2 on this trip. Duncan brings it in. Elliott. Smits passes it. Duncan took a spill, but no whistle. Ellie tosses it. Here it is! Blocked. 12 seconds on the clock. Mullen from short range. The ball's loose. Robinson dishes the ball. That's the final buzzer, and at the end, the score is 129 to 119.